Hi, guys. My name is Amuneni. Give it up for yourselves. Give it up for all the super amazing poets. My goodness, Nigeria is blessed, but Buhari is our president. So let's move on. I'm sorry. So there's this song by Timaya that I love. I like to use it to start my session. So it goes, I say they don't kill it, them mama. You know that song, right? All right, let's do it together. I say they don't kill it, them mama, eh, 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 eh. They don't kill it, them mama, eh. I say they don't kill it, them mama, them papa, them mama, them papa, them mama, eh. I say they don't kill it, them mama, eh, ah, them mama, eh, ah. Waiting we go do, yeah, do yo, do yo. There's a lunatic in every town, scanning huge garbage heaps by the roadside every time. His neck would angle to the left and then to the right, and eye is pinned in a constant squint, in steady admiration of a treasure chest left there to fossil for years. And this morning, I saw him at it again. At that junction close to my mechanic's shack, down that old tarmac caving in at every inch, the one that takes us to that shanty market where those unruly traders will rather chatter quick, while we buy pure water and block these public drains, the same drains the government promised to fix then and again. I tell you, there's a lunatic in every town, scanning huge garbage heaps by the roadside every time. You see that half-naked professor standing tall? I heard the guy jumped into bed with an already engaged date and was slapped with some vile village bait by her very enraged mate, the same guy who dumped school at Form 5 after smoking igbo and climbing trees. I heard he blamed that action too on the pain of government's greed. I tell you, there's a lunatic in every town, scanning huge garbage heaps by the roadside every time, honking at you, even on the lean traffic queue. When the traffic light is red of hue, his horn will blast 7 times, and you'll wonder if he's truly blind or you're just too slow to fit into his time. There's a lunatic in every town. He comes with his kits and cane on bended knees with wines and cola nuts. They come with that usual phrase, hey, we found a flower in this compound and we'll not go until this flower comes with us. It's been 2 years down the line. This flower suffers from one black eye to another black eye to another black eye to another black eye. I tell you, there's a lunatic in every town. You know the ones that hurt me the most? The ones that build hospitals they will never use. The ones that travel to India just to die and their bodies are brought back to be buried in this land that they refuse to build. The ones that clone themselves in too many godsons. The ones we call our illustrious son. The ones that stay and hang on to power for too long. The ones that suck the treasure of this country and suck the treasure of this country, never giving a hoot about the baby's dream, only blaring sirens on the streets, disturbing our daily dreams. I tell you, there's a lunatic in every town. Even those poets ranting loud on this stage in Port Harcourt town. You and I will step out of this place, we'll see a pile of trash, we'll toss a little more just to build up the pile. I tell you, there's a lunatic in every town. Just because Y has got 2 branches and a tail doesn't make it a mutant. So get the scales off your mind's eyes and you will see it was just a lazy lizard hanging on a tree. Please don't ask me why my country's conscience will perpetually be questioned by the splitting lines of this letter Y that sits fractionally last at the bottom of the alphabetical scale. But this gives me hope that Nigeria no go carry last like Z. Z for Zimbabwe, there ahead, bread sells for $1 billion Zimbabwean dollars, yeah. But please don't ask me why we must not fail as a country, though it sounds dated and stale, like hope really frail, but like fate, we can make it if you understand the mustard tail. But please don't ask me why I'm still this hopeful, though being ruled by a bunch of some political maybe darker-hearted than those Boko crooks, those ones up not hammering the nation in an anti-Western cause, albeit using pro-Western toys. But please don't ask me why empty vessels make the loudest noise. Yes, you can ask the wailing sirens of your governor's convoy. On that cheap road that leads to your house, if we got a house or even a road that leads to one, but please don't ask me why our only definition of a revolution ends on these roads and squares where Nigerian we very shallow, unshallow always attempt to outwit the fellow men as if life was a race to the fall. And I wonder why we're so impatient in traffic and yet so patient with all this government mess. I wonder why we're so impatient in traffic, or yet so patient with all this government mess. But please don't ask me why the hunchback did drown, of whom this primordial God. Because the truth is, when crude becomes God, civilization will be banished from the land, and men will feast on men, even with pride. But please don't ask me why at this point my voice pales in weakened resignation, like I'm sick with mild palpitation. But a wise man once told me, son, that the word is enough for the wise and blessed, and this verses are right will choke, nonetheless provoke. What they say is in vogue, and maybe I do not ride a Range Rover Evoque. He doesn't make me less blessed of a man, you know. And please don't ask me why I believe there's always a light at the end of a tunnel, because truth be told, we're only here for a moment. So own your life and live it. And believe this, only God can define your true worth. Please now, ask me why.